Con il microfono? Funziona? Ok, benissimo. Gianni, io te l'ho mandato, eh? Grazie. Quando vuoi puoi iniziare a proiettarmelo. Sì, sì, tranquillo, tranquillo. Sì, appena ha messo su...
Voi state giocando con una mina carica, voi siete... Buongiorno ragazzi! L'hai mandato sempre a scoring? Scoring? L'hai mandato a scoring?
Sì, sì, certo, sì. Ok. The briefing is starting in 4 minutes late, 5 minutes late. Good morning. I'm waiting for the slide to appear. This is the day 4 of the qualifying GP and the national championship. Very well. We are late also. Gianni.
Come si chiama questo maledetto?
Briefing day 4.
Si chiama Ugo Pavesi.
Il file si chiama briefing day 4. I'm waiting for the file to open.
Anche il sole in ritardo.
Sì, sì eccoci qua. Welcome, next page, thank you. I will try to be as quick as possible today. The cross-Italy competition with the electric-powered silent gliders. Yesterday they performed a successful air display close to a mountain pass or something like that. And it was filmed and broadcasted on the national TV during the Giro d'Italia race coverage. So that was a big success for the gliding movement. It appeared on the national TV during one of the major sporting events of our country, and which is quite famous also all over Europe. Today they start again, and they will, with electric-powered gliders, they have reached a place in the flatland. I'll tell you later. The start today is from Pavullo in the Apennines, high in the Apennines, at 13 hours. First turning point, Il Borro, close to Arezzo, for a landing at the other airstrip, Il Gabbiano at San Vincenzo, Livorno, very close to the Tyrrhenian Sea, for 222 kilometers, total distance. Next, grazie. And first of all, early this morning, they have made a glide to Modena in the flatland for another air display at 9:40 at the moment of the start of day 11 of the Giro d'Italia Modena-Asolo. Next. And tomorrow, this is their goal. They will reach the beautiful island Isola d'Elba, which is in front of the coast in Tuscany. And they will spend a full day of soaring there if the weather allows. Envy. Next. Probably swimming, yeah. About yesterday's results, they were of course unofficial, but the scoring system is now working quite well thanks to some modifications we have agreed with Alexander, and it's working very well thanks to Gianni. It will be declared official just after the briefing, but don't worry, if you need, you will talk to me. What? You want to see the results? Yes, of course we want. Go ahead, Gianni. So the winner for yesterday is Mike Young. We already celebrated that, but still congratulations, 119 kilometers per hour. And then Peter Hartmann and Luciano Avanzini with a tie. We have checked even the decimal or centesimal second, and it's really such a small thing, and the rules apply only for rounded seconds, so it's definitely a tie. Giorgio Galetto, Ugo Pavesi, Ugo Raffaelli, Luka Znidarcic, Bostian Pristavec, Russell Cheatham, Thomas Gostner. I will not say all the names, I'm sorry. But let's say 16 pilots completed the task, which is fairly good.
Yeah.
What?
16,
yeah. And that's all. Congratulations for yesterday's flight. Next page. The microphone goes to there was a change in
the weather team.
In the weather team, that's right. Yeah.
I brought the bad weather for you.
So I introduce you to Lieutenant Colonel Christian Aiello. Puoi attaccartelo col tempo
Sì.
Mi dici qual è il nome del file?
È quello del PDF con la data di oggi. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, okay, I'm a lieutenant colonel. I'm a colleague of Francesco. We work in the same weather center in Milano Linate. And I was already here 9 years ago for the same task. So a very good experience, a very good remembering for me of this experience. So I'm happy to be with you again. I'm sorry I haven't really brought the bad weather for tomorrow. And today is a little bit more difficult weather, but probably is flyable, because I will start describing the situation, what is the situation and how it will change passing from today into tomorrow. So if you look at the surface isobars forecasts and fronts for today at 12 UTC, that is 14 local time, we can see that our country is still under the influence of a flat high pressure field. So there's actually no big change, there's no big wind movement of air in the lower levels. And so it means that in the lower levels you will find, as we will see in detail in the next slides, no significant winds. The winds will start to be a little bit more southerly already in the lower layers, but still very weak. But the real actor of bringing the bad weather for starting the next night is this low coming from the British Islands and approaching the Alps, the Western Alps during the afternoon. But why we already have some layered clouds in the sky over our heads? Because warmer air has overlaid quite fast the colder air in the lower layers that were brought by the former vortex that brought some bad weather during across the weekend. So we will see that this ridge of high pressure in the medium high levels is drifting to the southeast, and the vortex with colder air inside is coming from the northwest, entering the area for tomorrow. So the effect of this overlaying of warmer air over colder air produces some thermal inversions, and they are basically the strongest one is at around 3,000 meters, okay, and there's another weaker one with very humid layer of air around 2,000 meters, okay, 6,000 feet. And they are along the southern part of the Alps. So the highest peaks are out of the clouds, so we will see a more detailed picture in a couple of slides. But you can see that all the Alps are interested by these layered clouds. And here we can clearly see the real clouds brought by the vortex and approaching the Alps quite quickly towards the afternoon and in the evening. So above these stratified clouds, we will also see an increase of cirrus clouds, cirrus and cirrostratus, especially in the second part of the day. No, lo faccio, grazie. So no phenomena at the moment all over the country, especially in the northern part. The good weather, thinking at the solar-powered sailplanes from the Apennine area, to the south, toward Livorno. And okay, so more in detail, you can see the stratified clouds, more intense, probably also thicker and more extended to the west, to the Piemonte area, and with some holes in between along the central and eastern Pre-Alps. So, no significant weather forecast during the morning, and the second part of the morning, let's say between 11 and 14 local time in the area. The model says possibly there could be very light showers, but in the afternoon, south of here, but coming from Piemonte, we will see if something could really form, but I don't trust very much in this forecast at the moment. And in the second part of the afternoon, we can clearly see what will reach the Alps later in the evening and during the nights. So rain and then showers and also thunderstorms. So I was asked for a forecast about possibility of hail. Well, probably hail is not very probable during the night, the next night, but could be for tomorrow. And tomorrow we will have especially in the first part, real bad weather with showers, thunderstorm, decrease of temperature, and so hail maybe is more probable during the morning on the central hours of today. So think on how to store, to shelter your sailplanes after the flight activity of today. I was already describing that the winds have already started to be southerly, okay, stronger northwest of the Alps over France and Switzerland. And okay, these are the winds about 700-800 meters, southerly very light, 3 to 5 knots, somewhere for local effects a little bit stronger, but the general flux is southerly but very weak. A couple of knots more around the base of the cumulus, okay, at about 1,500 meters, 5, somewhere a little bit more. And at the level of the thermal inversion, the main thermal inversion at about 3,000 meters, are southwesterly in the area, but just east of Como Lake, on the Pre-Alps, they will be westerly. So this is a good engine to push you towards probably more thermal activity due to more insolation. Okay, so when you want to come back home, just descend and you will find again very light winds. So there's a good chance probably for a good loop extending on the task to the east and then coming back from the east to the west. So after the model at 12 local time, the air should be already quite unstable because the ignition temperature is between 18 and 19 Celsius, and so probably there will be some convection. I think that in the reality it will be probably a little bit weaker and a little bit later because models tend to anticipate the convection. So in my opinion it will be a little bit later and a little bit weaker, especially at the beginning. But when the convection will start, they will dissipate more and more this stratocumulus at 2,000 meters, and something, I wouldn't say very good, but discrete could start. So you can clearly see the arrival above 3,000 meters of the westerly drier and warmer air, causing this thermal inversion, and so the convection will be maximum to about 2,700, 2,800 meters, just beneath the base. Two hours later, no big change because of this. You see, it's still very humid at 3,000 meters, so probably the higher altocumulus layer of clouds will stay longer, stable, so only with some holes. But the holes will be probably more to the east, so it's good for the task. And don't forget that the freezing level is 2,300 meters, about a little bit lower 2 hours earlier, okay, and 2,300 meters. So, in Malpensa, Milano Malpensa, close to us, the surface wind is very light from the east, 090 at 3 knots, but changing in direction between northeast and southeast. Visibility is good, more than 10 kilometers, and they give a broken at 6,000 feet, 2,000 meters. Temperature is 15, dew point 7, and the QNH is 1016, tending to decrease more quickly in the afternoon, okay, more in a fast fashion. No change forecast the next 2 hours, and in the TAF and the official forecast for Malpensa, okay, they give just in the second part of the afternoon an increase of the southerly breeze winds, and then showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow morning. Okay, so this to resume my forecast. Broken of altocumulus around 3,000 meters with few holes, so changeable, but we won't see very much probably the sun, and the stratocumulus dissipating around lunchtime when the convection will start. They will transform into some cumulus a little bit lower, about 5,000 feet. No significant weather, visibility good, and breeze winds mainly from the south. So the model forecast confirms what was forecast since several days. That is the arrival of this vortex with deep, thick clouds, convective clouds, and rain showers. So that the main front of this perturbation will cross the area around lunchtime, early afternoon tomorrow. But medium clouds will persist into the afternoon, so tomorrow will be very, very difficult.
Almost impossible.
Almost impossible, because very, very few chances to fly in the afternoon. In the morning, obviously, it's impossible. The field, all the air will be probably wet, reducing convection, and so difficult. Allora, dicevo prima che la grandine potrebbe anche esserci. Adesso vediamo, dopo mi guardo tutte le mappe nuove in dettaglio, però arriva dell'aria fredda in quota e quindi l'instabilità potrebbe, visto che si spinge queste colonne blu che rappresentano instabilità parecchio in alto, sono tutti gli elementi, potrebbe anche.
Maybe, Colonel, during the afternoon you might go deeper into the forecast for tomorrow morning, so in the evening we can
Update.
spread the news, yes.
Yes, of course. So confirm the bad weather for tomorrow, but the good news are confirm for the good weather just after that for Friday and Saturday, and maybe for those who are interested, yes, I know finished, but maybe some of the local pilots, club pilots, could be interested into the possible instability in the afternoon of Sunday. But okay, so tomorrow you can probably relax, prepare for the next 2 days of. We expect very good weather and very good flight activity. So, any questions? Okay, domande? Bene. Thank you very much. Okay, enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel Aiello. We start again with our briefing. Altitude limits, nothing changed. I will set an official QNH of 1015 at hectopascal. A word about the finish line geometry. Next page, Gianni, thanks. I remind you the length is half a kilometer and the radius is a quarter of a kilometer.
Why can't we enlarge it?
Because the rules do not allow me to enlarge it. The rule of the GP say this is the length of it. And so
There's no way to get a ring anymore.
no, it is not considered a possibility in the GP rules.
Can we show it?
Yeah? Yeah, please. We have prepared a slide which clarifies, although I understand some damage has already happened. This is the finishing point. The red dot is the finishing point, and we have 250 meters on that direction, and of course 250 meters towards the south. That means the edge of the tarmac runway is inside the starting line. Unfortunately, yesterday the possible winner flew about 20 meters out of the line. That's too bad. Huh?
14 meters.
14 meters. 14 meters. That's too bad. So the moral winner is Russell yesterday, but only a few meters outside of that. That's the geometry of the finish line. It is designed to allow you to fly over the lake so that you are wide already for a downwind in this area, for example. And as I told you before, if you look at the grass part of the field and the trailers and the windsock, you are on the correct direction. If there are other gliders,
You look out.
yeah, of course you must look out. Yeah, of course you must look out.
This is the complete.
Yeah,
This is the complete finish line.
yeah,
This
nothing
is
more
the
than that.
complete part, okay?
Yeah,
Esatto.
that's all we have, and I cannot change it. I can only inform you. Next page, thanks. Next page, frequencies, nothing changed. We go to the next page. Today's start altitude has been set at 1,100 meters. That's a compromise between the maximum altitude we expect, the early at launch, etc., etc. Please remember your maximum speed, 170 kilometers per hour. Finish altitude, just the same as yesterday. You will come in from the east, so 400 meters on the okay. Landing direction, same as yesterday. Direction 10. Right-hand circuit is suggested and encouraged. We will in tracking device, thank you for helping us yesterday. Thank you very much. It works better. We have Francois here working all the time, so we don't have to send him around for collecting the trackers. And we will inform you as soon as possible about tomorrow's briefing and the probability of flights. So check our website. And Gianni, do we have any other means of communication with the pilots? I think the website, the SGP.
The SGP is one.
The SGP website, you might find tonight, this evening, communications about tomorrow's briefing. It might be delayed, so you are free to do something else in the morning, but we still don't know. So we are reserving the decision during the afternoon. Okay. if you look at, today it might be interesting for the task. So I say this first, and then we see the task very shortly. There is one out landing, there is an airstrip, which is quite valid, in very close to Lecco. It is called the Kong, with a K, the Kong airport. The coordinates on our landing database were wrong by 1 kilometer. It is on the opposite side of the river. As you will see, the coordinates are sending you west of the river. It is in fact east of the river. It's quite easy to spot because it has a concrete runway and a small hangar. Okay?
In the middle of a swamp. So
yeah.
So the coordinates are west.
Are west of the place. So go 1 kilometer east of where it is indicated, and it's much closer to the mountain. There is a river, and then the ridge is going up. It's at the foot of the hill. It's at the foot of the hill, okay?
Yeah, it is a bit narrow for 18 meters, but still possible.
Yeah.
It will be absolutely not acceptable for open class gliders.
Yeah. And I don't think an aerotow will be available from there. I don't think. That will be the decision of our tow master if he will come, but I don't think they will come for a takeoff in Kong. Okay. It's very narrow and small, but it's a concrete runway, and there are people there. Okay. For me, I think that's all, except task analysis for today. An overview, task overview. Huh?
There's one thing more
Yeah,
concerning the
tell-
airspace files.
Tell me.
Could you possibly get us the correct ones with the Lugano area in full height and
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I must.
No.
We must correct the airspace. On Friday, tomorrow evening, you will find a corrected airspace file.
Honestly, all the airspaces are the real ones. That means they have a lower limit. I will just put the limit up to fly level 195, and that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reminding us, Peter. The task for today is realistically set at 180 kilometers. You will fly from Varese to Roncola, which is close to Bergamo, and there is an airport here, Valbrembo. And then you will go to Chiedo, which is a bit short of Laveno, just west of our position. Exactly on the concrete factory. There is a big factory using cemento. And then go to Chiasso, which is a low-level turn point. It's not high in the mountains. And then Gurone for a finish line. 400 meters finish line. We have already set an alternative task, which is, of course, shorter. It will only reach the area of Lecco here, more or less. No need to. For the moment, this is the official task. For me, it's finished. Yeah, we expect 11:45 is what we have assigned. Yeah, and this one, okay. It's 11:45. Of course, I might expect at least a delay to 12 o'clock. We would like you to take off early because we expect the bad weather to come from the west. And so it would be nice to have you all safely on the ground by 4 o'clock. But get ready.
Just one. Just what you will find on the task sheet, QNH 1016. So it will be officially 1016.
Okay, 1016. Sorry, my fault. Our sponsor is very interesting. We have the Volandia. Would you like to speak about it? Volandia Museum. You can use it tomorrow. This is a free entrance for one person. For one person. It's quite interesting, and I strongly encourage you to visit that. And if you don't, please give the ticket to somebody who wants to go, because it's about 15 euros, I think. 15 euros. So it's worth a little money. And the next thing, 15 euros, make me remind of the dinner. On Saturday, we will have prize giving during the dinner, so we have a buffer time. If we have problems with the scoring, you can eat and we can work. And that will be 15 euros each. We will ask you to declare how many people will come with you, and we really, really would welcome your presence at the dinner. which will be in the clubhouse bar at runway level. Is that all? Thank you very much. So please don't waste these tickets, please. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Questions? So, is it over? Briefing is over. We have tasks and we have gifts. Due? Prendine uno solo. Quello foto no? Non ci sono due tasche. Non c'è l'alternativo. Grazie. Giorgio? Ce l'ha chiara? Sì, prego.